Alright, all assemble. The RPG committee will now have its final hearing on the status of our hero, our main characters. They got the licenses for all their proper paperwork's in order. Then we'll confirm it, put the European Union seal on the paperwork, and send it off to the next committee. What it feels like, I swear it is. GMC, how you doing? Thoughts on the PS5 event being delayed? That's the can of worms I'd rather not get into, considering the reason for it. People have enough on their minds right now to, besides me bringing it up during live stream. So, it clearly disappointed, but it's also not the end of the world. Scarecrow, how's it going? Hope you've been good. I despise how loud this title screen music is in this game. Constantly turn my volume down to very low while doing these stream openings. Anyways, let me quickly send out some announcements. Now that everything seems to be working fine. Good. Your net was faulty, so you were gone for a while, now you're back. How far am I? We're about to get to the Imperial City. We just got one little area to do, and I think we'll be there. So we should be working on that tonight. Hey Joe, how's it going? Hope you've been a good boy. Awkwardly sidles. How do you awkwardly sidle into a chat? I mean, all you have to do is go, hi everyone, and you're in. It's not a prestigious club, you know. After watching the Witcher show, you might get the books. That big of a fan, huh? I don't know if they're a good read or not. I've never read any of them. But, who knows? Maybe they're good. But, they are a translated work. Sometimes translated works leave a lot that just doesn't get translated over. Doesn't make the cut. Who knows? This game is long. Well, currently I've got 33 hours into the game. And probably about 7 of those hours are grinding. Sly, welcome back, man. Rosebot buying the rare mood this time. I wish there was a way to keep track of how many people, how many rare moods a person has bought. Come on, Twitch. Hit me up with some more, some more options. Ooh, says Vincam. You got a license for that, ooh? I'm sorry, that this meme will continue until we have finished this game of everything needing a goddamn license. Puff, welcome back. Always a pleasure. Also, let me save this YouTube video. I'm on YouTube. It's not that difficult. There you go. Alright, all done. Also, look at all that streamer energy I come back to this screen to find. Okay, I'll take a sip for all 6 of those. Or all 5 of them. You love the banner for the Dartigan stream channel? That banner's old though. I've been thinking of replacing it. It doesn't really fit with the new art that I use for emotes and stuff. But, it's still got a little bit of time left on the clock. I don't know where that yawn came from. I'm not even sleepy. How is Dex? Is she safe? Is she alright? Well, what kind of life do you think my cat leads? She's a house cat. Every day is incredibly safe and, probably too safe for her. She doesn't even know how to kill a mouse. Just looks at it like, not my problem. The only danger that she is ever in is, tripping, causing me to trip and fall on her. But I'm pretty good. I made some glazed bacon today. That was really fucking good. Lemon Slice. Gifted a sub to Dartigan's community. Who did he get to? A Vincam. Got a sub. Jim killed you today? What'd you work out? I did my normal cardio routine earlier today. Good 45 minutes long and leaves you feeling limber afterward. Stream will make you feel better. I'll try my best. But back to that glazed bacon I made today. Delish. If you want to know how to make some really good bacon, get some brown sugar, some unsalted butter, and olive oil. Put that in a really hot pan, and throw your bacon into that and glaze it really nicely. It's just perfect. The audio keeps cutting out. Is anyone else having that issue? Might just be with Joe. Yeah, can anyone confirm that my audio is fine? Apparently not, or at least no one's going to confirm if it is. Alright, you guys get to listen to your glitchy audio if it is. All good? Okay, there we go. Must just be on Joe's side. Did I tell you the definition of insanity? Playing the same game over and over. I think it's just playing Far Cry games. Or Ubisoft games in general. Your girlfriend's favorite JoJo character is Dio. That's gotta sting. It's any time that I talk, the game sounds are going, but when you stop, it gets... What you mean? You can hear the game right now? I mean, you can probably hear the game through my speakers that are coming through my microphone, because I actually have the game audio muted. But my microphone might be picking up a little bit of the game audio. Yeah, don't worry, once we get off this title screen, the music gets a lot quieter and won't be an issue. In fact, we should go ahead and do that now. I'm sufficiently warmed up. So, let me make sure that everything's ready to go. Seems to be. Let's start the recording. Alright, chat, are you ready for more? Oh yeah, shit, almost forgot. Gotta turn the volume on for you. Alright. We should be hitting the Imperial City today. I did like a little bit of grinding today, not much, but like an hour's worth of it, just to make sure I would stay ahead of the curve. Just enough to get everyone to level 35 or higher. So, let's see what new fresh hell the game can throw at me today that I'll complain like an old man over. So, yeah, Sochin Cave Palace, that's the name of it. Don't want to hit a brick wall in the form of a boss. Well, that's the hope I'm trying to avoid. So I went leveling. Basically every day for an hour, I'm just like, before the streams, I'm like grinding it out a couple levels. That way I don't have to do it on stream and bore everyone to death. Hey, the audio is back? You mean the game audio? Yeah, I turned the game audio on. So, who am I wanting to level up now? I guess I'll stick with the current group. Vaughn is just like laughing at everyone that their pathetic levels compared to his. I'm actually going to make him into a main character the game fails at. You should watch. Oh my god, we're still playing this game? Well, it's an RPG. That's how it be. Plus, I'm only like putting like 4 hours in a night, unlike with say FF7 where I did 6-hour streams. Shit, didn't mean to do that. What works best on these guys? Holy, of course. So, and they just silence me, so I can't use heals on them. Good. Hello, what's up, Kilroy? Still keeping up at 12, I see, yeah. I refuse to let any game defeat me. Big, wide area heal. Hey, bass clap. 40 months. Jesus Christ. But thank you. Zombies suddenly got really tough. What's up with that? Also, shit, she's confused. Fuck. That's where all the death is coming from. Didn't grind it up. I grounded out a couple levels earlier today, actually. The game likes to hit you like, even when I grind, the game still likes to just like, eh, fuck you. That's what. Fuck you, mate. At least that's what it feels like. Do you feel the ending of this game, or does it still feel far away? We're over halfway through the game, I believe. We have like the Imperial City to go through, and then there's like some kind of like crystal place, if I recall correctly, that you gotta go through. And then after that, there's like a lighthouse, which I never did originally when I played through the game. I stopped at, and that's kind of like the last dungeon. This is the MMO, yes. It's the MMO of the FF games. Well, besides the actual MMOs. Nello, I need you to cast ice. What's up, Mike? How's it going? I need to turn the speed up, by the way. It feels weird. This game, 2 times speed is what this game should be the baseline for playing it. It just feels way too slow otherwise. Oops. Yeah, that's a lot of them. Quite a few. Doesn't really matter how shit the enemies are. Once you throw like 5 of them at you, it becomes a threat in this game. But thankfully, I finally got some decent gambits set up, I think. No, I argued that 2x speed back when I was getting killed by everything nearly, that it would be too dangerous because I wouldn't be able to react in time to save my life. That's not the case now. I'm actually leveled up enough to where I can use it and not just die, get white before I can do anything about it. See, there's a method to my stupidity. It involves a lot of trial and error and then me ignoring the data and evidence in favor of continue to trial other errors. Before eventually you'll doing the thing I should have done to begin with. Read the inscription. Wayfarer traveling the road of Arcades, Pilgrim's Door holds naught for you. That way lie trouble and confusion. You who are yet drawn toward the Pilgrim's Door, the heart of time, and the deeds you must accomplish share their place amidst the falls. From the heart look north to heaven, from the heart step south to earth. Walk in time's footfalls to open the way. Whatever all that's about. Just cast Kurog on it, kill it right off the bat. Actually, Rage should do it, now that I think about it. Save as much time as we can tonight. Since it's June, what 2020 disaster might be next? I mentioned this last night. There's the same question, in fact. I think the Mongols might be making a comeback. I think the time is ripe. They've been biding their time in Mongolia for a long time now. They just needed more horses, that's it. That's all they needed. Throat singing intensifies. You laugh now, but once they're, raiding and pillaging your hometown, you'll like, yes, I love that throat singing. More, please. What about the ape revolution? That could come after the Mongols. You gotta do these things one at a time, you see. They do have some overlap at the end, though. Though I did hear that Ebola is making a comeback, too. There's like a new fresh outbreak of that, so... Looks like we're just gonna get another disease. Well, Ebola technically never left. It just, we kind of forgot about it for a while. Just add these to the map so I can check areas later on. Whoops. The Ebola epidemic did end. Well, yeah, but the disease was still around. It just wasn't spreading as much. Pinello's running a bit low on the magics, so Vaughn, you take care of it. Why didn't the rays kill it? Thank you. Is this the ends of the America? Well, we've had riots before. So I think we'll survive, just you'll have to rebuild a lot of shit. This happens like once every 20 years, it feels like. But hey, that's not what we're here to talk about tonight. Let's well, maybe it's a good thing to just, relax and forget about some of the horrible shit going on. For like a few hours anyways. I look like Barry Pepper. I have no idea who that is. I can't tell if you're complimenting me or you're insulting me, to be honest with you. The Hornet, the murder Hornets didn't seem like they had any legs to them. I didn't hear of anyone, technically, getting wiped out by the murder Hornets. I felt they were overhyped. Where all living, Rammstein knows what they're talking about. America is wonderbar. Coca-Cola sometimes war. Okay, maybe not that part. Barry Pepper played the sniper in Saving Private Ryan. Wow, my memory of that is... other than certain scenes and certain characters, I think I recall who you're talking about. He's the one who, eventually gets wiped out by the tank, right? So my goal in life is to not get killed by tanks. Gotcha. That is the fate of your Hollywood look-alike, correct? He's also a hero in Battlefield Earth. I don't think he's probably very proud of that one. It's like, oh, could you maybe not mention that movie? Sometimes, the really, truly stinkers of movies are, the funniest ones to watch. Just because a lot of the Hollywoods, they sometimes get really big Hollywood stars in them, and they just don't want to ever talk about them. So if you even ask them a question about it, like an interview, they're just like, oh, I'd rather not. Like, ask Halle Berry about Catwoman. See what happens. Come on, kill these bastards. What the fuck made all that fire on it then? Roast it till its skin crackles like chicken in the oven. B-movie was right. Oh. That's one of my favorite. I've never seen that movie, but it's become one of my favorite memes to talk about. I could be Revolver Ocelot? Young Revolver Ocelot? Yeah, I suppose I could. We'll see if I look, cool when I'm older, if that happens. Will my voice completely change 3 or 4 times throughout the series? Or, through my life? What's everyone's level? Pinello's at 37, Ash is at 37. Okay, we need to start leveling up Bosch, Can I grow a beard? I cannot. One, it's kind of patchy, and my facial hair color is kind of the same color tone as my skin, so it blends in really well, and you can't even tell until you're up close. And it's also not very thick, so I just shave it off. This embroidered, tip it off her. Patchy facial hair club. Oh, there's a support group? I wasn't aware. The best I can do when it comes to facial hair is like a soul patch on my chin. No one wants that. Only a certain type of individual wears a soul patch. Chad is Wilden tonight. Wilden is not my new favorite made-up verb. I like verbs that I can just assign new meanings to. This place is big. Alright, Chad, let's play Guess the Boss Fight Room. What do you think it's gonna be? Neckbeard dart. I would... Well... Let's be clear. Do you want me to also wear, like, horn-rimmed glasses and have an overinflated opinion of myself? While drinking craft brews and, blogging about politics? I mean, I could make that happen. I would not be happy with myself. I could totally make it happen. Fedora? I don't think anyone's really wearing fedoras anymore. At least I hope they're not. What are you? How are you? It's a Bosch. Oh no, it's a... I mean, I'm a Bosch. It's a striker. There we go. It's weak to... wind, I think? Dart Fedora equals Speedwagon. I'd have to add the rest of the snappy outfit. Alright, use the Aroga. Wow, the Aroga just fucked them up hard. Good. It offended me. Like a Bausch. Why did you create that joke? Why did you birth it and bring it into being? Now I won't be able to think of his name as anything other than just saying boss really meaningly, like... I'm Captain Bausch von Vossenberg. Vonsenberg, I mean. The water. It stops the way forward. Go fish. You see someone's been grinding? Yeah, I grinded a little, not that much today though, only like about an hour's worth of grinding. Didn't want to spend my entire day doing that again. I guess I gotta go through one of those other doors. I can't get across this gap. It's a lot of broken ass. Hey, it happens. It's what happens when you make a 4-part emote. It's almost impossible on any chat that has an audience to get it, to get it in completely. That sounded so wrong. So I think we gotta go through one of the doors over on the other side. Also, you just ordered a pretty elite custom gaming PC, so your day was spectacular. Did you order your parts individually or from like a place that put it together for you? Because I've been watching the scene and almost nothing is the old... When it comes to power supplies, you can't get one right now. The same with most motherboards. Wow, that was cool game. I like that. Good. The same goddamn room. What am I doing? I'm not paying attention is what I'm doing. When are we getting Dex face cam? You'd realize a cat will not sit still for a camera, right? It's like I'm beginning to think some of you have never seen a cat before. Plus, no cat is worth that kind of work to set up a stream for. Don't open at 500 bits. Wow. What do you call a cow that streams on Twitch? Beef jerky. I'm searching for the plot line in that. Or I mean the punchline. I mean, am I missing something, or is it just like one of those lol soul random jokes? But hey, thank you for the 500 bits regardless. Just don't get the humor. No, it's random, chat. It's meant to be funny because it's random. What was the name of that popular comedian that made that the lol soul random style of comedy a big deal for like a year or two and then completely disappeared? What was his name? I don't know why it's lost to me now. You know, one of the things I wish I could change about myself is how terrible I am at remembering people's names. If there's ever like a brain implant computer, that's the first program I'm getting updated. So your entire joke was based off jerk equals Twitch. No, this was an actual comedian, not Fred the YouTuber. David, was it? I'm thinking the name David. Something with a D. But it doesn't matter. I didn't really have a follow-up anyways. Just for some reason it struck me to think of that guy for the first time in years. Not Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is not lol so random. Dave Chappelle is the opposite of that formula, in fact. I just realized these guys don't have heads, they just got a neck stump. Nice to see I passed by that King Bomb boss. Yes, that fight that I didn't even have to do. It was completely... I should have just ignored. But yeah. We got past that last night and then killed something else. Can I do a cooking stream? I need like a laptop to bring into my kitchen. Because, you know, don't really have any computing hardware in my kitchen. So it'd be kind of hard to do a cooking stream. Members of the chat were telling me that that was optional. Yeah, but when do I ever listen to chat? What? He's got a ball of ice on his head. And he's kicking my ass, kind of, actually. Pinello, cast your the magics. From Cyber Power? Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. I guess they would have some stuff on stock. Seems like a pretty good computer, too. Though I'm curious, why'd you go with Intel instead of AMD, given all the information regarding all that stuff right now? Like, my next computer is going to be an AMD build. Not sliding it, it's going to do you fine, trust me. Ow. I'm gonna have so much money when I find a town I can sell this stuff to. What information on Intel? I mean, just generally that AMD's kind of kicking their ass right now. No, it's not even funny how badly they're, you know, how much they're kicking their ass. What's with all these goddamn doors? Why is all this stuff in your Twitter politics and furry porn? Well, I can't really explain the furry porn. That's your personal, you know, algorithm choices. But everything's politics apparently these days. And there's a lot of stuff going on. That's why. I don't think there's a lot going on in the furry community though. So that one's all on you. Or am I wrong? And the furries are out rioting tonight as well. God, I'd actually like to see that. What would that even look like? I don't even think it'd be that dangerous. Am I a furry? Well, technically I am an animal, but I lack a, you know, a warm covering of fur, and I don't really identify as a, you know, a wolf or fox or other sort of, you know, animal being. Oof, oof, that's a lot of oof. Oh, Pinello killed them before they got her, though. That's good. Load shotgun with religious intent. Make sure you're using a proper load in that shotgun, though. You want something that's going to put them down quick. Don't load it with buckshot. I mean, with birdshot. Make sure it's like a fine slug. Well, no, actually, that's not how you do it. The first shot is buckshot, serve as your warning shot. The next one is the real deal. That's how you do it, isn't it? Not too familiar with Intel versus AMD thing. Well, I'm not really saying it's a fanboyish thing. I'm just saying AMD's tech is just way better than Intel's right now. Like, they've kind of like just completely stomped them hard. Oof, these things are everywhere now. But AMD, yeah, they used to be pretty shitty, but whatever they've done, though, they've completely juiced themselves in the right direction. Boy first traveling the road of door, count steps, tracing. Count out your steps, tracing suns round. The journey's in, the door embrace you. I don't... I'm guessing this is like a big thing you don't have to do with these two closed doors. Let's not worry about silly things. Ebola has risen again. Yeah, the thing about that one though, that one's a much harder to transmit disease. It's direct bodily fluids. Oh, this feels like a boss fight. Oh no, cutscene. Shit, they didn't give me a save point before this. Can you run from a boss fight in this game? What is it? It's Ahriman. Alright, let's just miss it. Nope, now that makes sense. Your main goal is get GTA 5 to 4K 60 on Ultra. You can achieve that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure your new computer should be able to do that then, no problem. Now you have to ask, can you run any of the like new E and B mods for GTA 5? On top of that. EMB? Yeah, EMB mods. Can you imagine with 16 gigabytes of video RAM and you could pull it off? There's a new E and B mod for GTA 5 coming out sometime this year that looks fucking insane. There's some articles written on it recently. Yeah, they make the game look prettier. Oh well. Could have gotten one more maybe, but ran out of time. Wait, I didn't get a special attack from all that? That was 6 of those damn things together. It only took a quarter of its health. Alright, whatever. Wait to get smart now. What are you weak against? No, okay, yeah, that's right. Bosses never tell you what they're weak against, do they? Can I say the glazed bacon recipe again? Brown sugar, olive oil, and butter. You can add some salt to it as well, but that's optional. Canelo, start casting the magics. Hit him with a Faraga. Ooh. Faraga did good. Oh, this bastard splits. He's a split boss. The worst, the most annoying kind of bastard you can fight. Oh shit, not good. Confused me. Vaughn, get that off him right now. God damn it, he confused two of my goons now. Well, they're gonna hit each other and possibly unconfuse each other. I'm gonna keep Pinello alive real quick. This isn't so bad so far, but I'm just waiting for the trick where it's gonna do something to screw me. Oh God, they. Now there's four. Now there are two of them. Oh, four of them. Won't stop teleporting away, so my spell isn't hurting them either. I knew it. Vaughn, you gonna cast that healing magic, brother? Good. Be right back. You're gonna be back with wine, you say? I didn't know my stream was so fancy. Yes, I shall bring the wine. The caviar will come next week. Can you stop the teleporting? hell's Penelo? Penelo, what are you doing back there? Oh, she's dead, that's why. Fuck. Oh, she's also immobilized, I realize now. Alright, also, Gamer Star Wars, 23 months, 1 month away from 2 years here. Well, thank you, my man. You mean you just also, Jaywell, you mean you just ordered 3 Chipotle burrito bowls. So you're pretty fancy. Might even go risk the Rona to buy a monster. Are all 3 of those Chipotle burrito bowls for you? If you counted the calories in that, it's gotta be a lot. Hopefully you're watching this with like your buds. Or maybe you just got a big appetite. Look at all the ornaments. I need to get to work. She's dead. That's why. I was wondering why she wasn't doable. I mean, not doable. I mean, just, you know, usable. Got him. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Victory vibe, I forgot. Give me the victory vibe. Gentle vibe. Your favorite wine is Old Tavern Red Desert Wine. Liquid candy. You know, I actually still have a bottle of wine in my filing cabinet right next to me. Just gotta find an occasion to use it. There you go. Vaughn, you want to get rid of the poison on yourself? No? What about the occasion I have a bottle of wine in my filing cabinet? I don't have an occasion for it. I just have one there in case there, you know, I have an occasion for it. It was a highly reviewed wine off wine.com as well. So I'm sure it tastes great. I wouldn't know, I'm not a wine guy. That's everyone. Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm not a drinker, but well, on certain occasions, if for a celebration, I'll have a glass. How much further? Okay, we're almost out of here. I just need a save room. Probably has a yearly wine subscription. Yeah, the guy who doesn't drink, that'd be a big waste of money. Nope, it was meant for, as a gift for a friend for Christmas, but they moved away before I could give it to them. And they didn't tell me they were moving. It's like, oh, well, fuck, I guess bought a $100 bottle of wine for nothing. I'll make use of it at some point. Since we are doomed, you must get a waifu and be one of the survivors to rebuild. I'd rather not have this horrible future you predict. But I will certainly do my duty. If that becomes the case. This little bitch running away. You volunteer as the waifu. You don't have a uterus, but you'll make it... Well, I like that determination. You don't even have the body parts, but you'll make it work somehow. If you believe hard enough, you too can become a woman. Stop it with the traps. Use the wine to make a fancy reduction sauce to go with a nice roast beef. Yeah, that's like date night material. Oh, I'm gonna make a lovely pan sauce. Usually it's like white wine you want to cook with. What levels are they on? 38? Okay, these two are getting up there. Let's start leveling Balthier and Farnigan. Sony postponed their conference. So gamers think the world is ending? Yeah, well, not quite. Just a rough time. We're in a transitionary decade. Haste to say. You dispel that haste on him. You like this strategy I'm finally employing, Chad, instead of just hitting everything with hard edge weapons? Next time you make a pizza, prep a balsamic vinegar reduction and drizzle on the pie. Adds a pop of sweetness and that balsamic flavor to any topping. Not a bad idea. Mainly I've been experimenting getting the pizza to cook just right in a home oven, which ain't easy. To get that right level of crispiness, because the home oven just doesn't get hot enough. So you have to come up with some tricks to, make it work. Basically you have to cook the actual pizza dough twice if you really want it to, pop and have that right crunch. Do I have a pizza stone? I do have a pizza stone. A steel would probably be better. It'd probably actually get the bottom of the pizza crispier, since a steel will hold actual heat energy better than a stone will. But there's a reason why actual pizza ovens use stones, because if using a steel, it'd probably get too hot and would burn. But a steel for a home oven would be better. But I got a stone instead, because I wasn't thinking about that at the time. But my cooking the dough twice thing seems to work pretty well. Where the hell did you come from? Obviously ice ain't the good thing to use against that. Let's try aqua. Kenji over at Serious Eats determined that steel is better. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. They just, it can retain the temperature better. But for an actual pizza oven that can get it to like 900 degrees, stone would probably be the better idea, since a steel would probably burn it at that point. That's why all actual pizzeria ovens always use like stone bases. But I don't really feel like buying another pizza steel when my stone is working just fine. With my little trick for cooking the dough twice. And I do preheat the oven. I preheat the oven for like an hour before making a pizza in it. You just kill it. I have about 15 bosses left, and you have already beaten 15 of the story bosses so far. Well, that's encouraging to know. You know, you love cooking, but for pizza, I'd rather just order some Domino's. Well, when you cook it yourself, you can usually end up with something better than a takeout pizza. Unless you know like a really good pizza place. Like, my pizza is better than any pizzas that I can buy nearby. What's the next game after this? I'm not sure what the next game I'm playing after this will be. But the next actual research stream will be, you know, Last of Us 2. Am I putting the stone under the broiler directly? Yes. On the highest you know, grading on my highest level of my oven, yo. How do I feel about Papa Murphy's? Who? No idea who Papa Murphy is. Layer of dust covers the device. It seems to operate in the nearby lift. Activate the lift. Speaking of, apparently the spoilers of didn't affect the pre-order rates. Well, that's good. I wish our elevators in real life had giant blue gemstones in the center of them. I've never been to a Papa Murphy's, so I have no idea. There's none around where I live. Oh, okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. I need to switch out my team now. I've got... Let's see, those two are at level 38. We need Ash and... Balthier. Oh, fuck. The game just crashed on me? Are you serious? Oh, I saved right before this, right? Tell me I saved? Fucking that. Oh. I did just save, thank God. Okay, well, luckily I didn't actually lose anything valuable in the way of footage. Just me fighting a boss that didn't have actually any story, you know, content to it. Right now I'm waiting for Steam to tell me the game has stopped so I can activate it again, which it ain't exactly doing. Game auto, yeah, the game does auto save when you go to a new area. Right now Steam is still telling me the game is running, so I can't turn it back on. How many times has it crashed? That's only the second time that it's crashed. It only seems to crash in menus too, by the way. I brought up Task Manager. The game isn't. Task Manager tells me the game isn't running, but Steam still thinks it is. I'm gonna have to log out of Steam. The details. All right, maybe that'll do it. Alright, it was, there was something hidden in the details. Now it's taken care of. You're all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Is it a good feeling or a bad one? Thank God I got to the Skybint chamber. Man, you're Skybint. But no, that wasn't the cloud syncing. That was just, something messing up in Steam and keeping some part of the game running. Alright, recording, what was I doing before that? I was getting a new party together. That's right. Yeah, I didn't really lose any valuable footage there. That's what sucks about, recording sometimes. The game crashes, there goes all your stuff. Because the game, for some reason, Bandicam needs to actually have a start and stop point. Like, it doesn't automatically stop a recording if the game crashes. It's just like, oh, what happened? What happened? Where'd the game go? I'm just gonna keep recording, alright? And I'm gonna freeze up too. Am I recording right now? I am. I turned it back on. This looks like an Oblivion town.
Ooh, smells less like a capital, more like a sewer.
Even empires have need of sewers. The runoff from Arcades proper pools here. Those who lack papers to live in the city itself. The mighty who have fallen, and the fallen who would be mighty. Their eyes never leave Arcades.
I guess it must be a lot nicer than this place.
Oh, to be sure. Arcades reeks of a different filth. Let's be off. We can follow our noses to Draclo.
Old Arcades. Am I going to crop the footage for editing? Nah. It's only during the cutscenes that are like that, and that's the way the game presents it. So that's how I'll present it too. I need to find a store. Halt right there, criminal scum. Do you have a license? You never get away from him, do you? Now that's a dedicated officer of the law, by the way. Chad is determined to try to depress me with all the stuff going on in the world tonight. Hey Dart, do you know about the riots going on? Hey Dart, do you know the Bola's back? God, Chad, do you want me to God, the world is terrible, kill me? I'm aware, but I can still put on a smile. I can put on a smile and hopefully put one on you too. Did I lose a ton of footage? Nothing useful, just me fighting monsters. That maggoty flesh goes for a really good price, weirdly. Are you driving me to meth? No, I do that all voluntarily. So this is the most money I've ever had in this game. How come you don't use OBS? I am using OBS. That's what's doing the stream right now. But my recording is, happening in Bandicam. That way I can have two different versions, one without mic audio and one that you guys are getting with my mic audio. Why won't I sin Persona 5? You've heard me give that answer before. In antiquity, this small axe was primarily used as a throwing weapon. Soul of Firebird. Okay, this guy sells Bacchus's wine. Okay, don't really need any of that. Well, we'll top up our Phoenix Downs. Actually, we got 45 of them, never mind. We'll top up our Echo Herbs. Precocious girl. Come to buy information, or perhaps to sell? Knowledge is what makes this town work. Why, if I had a gill or a chop to spare, I'd make an offer for what you know right now. You could just record into OBS using a multi-track format. I do. I use that when I'm, playing console games. But I'd rather just, use Bandicam because it gives me better quality. I can I can record in like HVinc, which I can't do in OBS. And HVinc is also smaller file sizes. But when I'm recording on console, I can't have can't get two different feeds recorded. Though that will change when I get my new when I get a new capture card when I buy my new PC. Then I'll be able to use Bandicam to record console footage as well. The main reason I don't like using OBS to record my streams with is because any alerts that pop up on screen will be recorded into my OBS footage, and they won't be when I'm recording with Bandicam. Where am I going? Tea time? I guess I can take a sip. Good tea. Old but dignified owl. I've killed many of your kind, and that is no owl. Crazy excited for the future high-quality streams on Archive channel, huh? I need to upload some more to that recently. I think it's just about recently. Yeah, I think it's almost through all the ones I uploaded last week. I'll upload some more. Gotta upload the Doom streams, and then the Metro streams, and then FF7. God Gamer, I hope wherever you're at, things are calming down so you can go back to running the channel. You've been watching the last 2 days, the last 2 days given streams. Oh, well, hope you enjoyed them. FF7 remake. Well, it did take inspiration for its combat. It just took this and made it better. The Mughals 8. The Mughals 8. A Sikh there was, he sought to play Kupo Podi Podillo. Said he, I'll take you far away, Kupo Podi Podai. A gourmet tour, he promised us, Kupo Podi Podilli. But all we've had is curds and whey, Kupo Podi Pode. Someone spent a lot of time making that. 2020 will end with a meteorite? Nah, we're not that lucky. It'll be slow and painful. It's a lot of Kupo, and also new Mughal words, Podi, and other things. Just look at this modern day city in this fantasy world. Like, fuck it, make it modern. Fortunately not. Your corona is only getting worse in Brazil. Shit here, it's quickly becoming the next hot spot for the virus. Damn. I hope you're staying safe then. Hello there, Oh, don't bother trying to talk to her. My sister's not stopped looking off into the distance since her fella went up to the city. I'm English, you say? And with the alley of muted sighs got her name? See, there's two kinds of people here. Them as want to go up to the city, them as want to keep those people down here where they belong, telling them lies and spreading misinformation to confuse them. And poor ones what never made it up, are the ones what they sign, see? You want headed up to the city, were you? Cockney Fantasy XII, yes. You going on from here? On from here is Arcades. You go there. You best watch yourself. People there, they'd pluck your feathers from your living chocobo if they thought they could make a profit on them. Turn back if I was you. Them city folk. We need a Scottish fantasy. Well, Pokemon already beat them to that. Proper gent. Just notice HVink is only available on OBS through custom FFmpeg output. That sucks. Maybe you'll have to take advantage of Bandicam when your PC gets here. Yeah, HVink is nice. Gives you really good quality, but also keeps the file sizes at a more manageable size. Think you might not stare at me. I'm in the midst of a very important conversation. Arcadian vulgar. Come to your tale, perhaps. There's a lot to be heard from the stories of the past. A lot of you youngsters seem to have forgotten. To your peril, you should show a little more respect. Fairy tales. 'Cause you're in one. Sorry. Street tear. Might a boy be in the market for some information? Sorry, I've none worth selling. Such a boy would be wise to pass on anything he owed me, though. I'll pay a good price for what are goings on in the Ministry of Law and the Senate. The boy could stand to make a profit, he could. How stable has the game been? I've only had it crash twice. Once while I was like, grinding, and earlier just now. So in 33 hours of playing the game, 2 crashes. So not the most stable, but it's not as bad as 10 was. Which I think had like a dozen or so crashes. Level is kind of a little, chunky on the frames too for some reason. Can't think of any realistic reason why this game would ever chunk the frames. It's just PS2 level graphics. Space Force? Yes, Space Force. Kind of glad that exists, actually. We're gonna need it. With this year, the aliens are next. Entering the capital? You have credentials? I have. Well, I don't see any. You can't just throw open our gates, you village vulgars. You know, especially not the lying kind. Away with you. Well, there's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again. Not here. Who are you? Oh, wonderful. Enter the street tear. Pirate would do well to smile. Wouldn't want you to sour his reputation. You know, this guy. An old friend. He's a street tear, a peddler of rumor and hearsay. By the name of Jules. He'd bite a gill given him by his own mother, and shave it by half to pay for a funeral. Sometimes an ear with a tight purse string is the order of the day, like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city, you know a way? Why wasn't this scene voiced? This seems like it should be voiced. In Arcades, knowledge is power. Power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man will buy the whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. Pay up. How does 1,500 gil sound? That's small change to me right now. Street ear? I keep calling them street tears. Maybe they should have separated that into 2 words. Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumors in town? Actually, I did hear about a Sikh selling Mughals. Mughal trading, you don't say. Boy has seen the dancing Mughals. Go and tell them what you just told me. To it, boy, to it! Can't believe the dancing Mughal troupe is an actual plot point. Where were they at? They're on the other side of the bridge. Alright, little Moogle people. Now we hear we're to be sold. Kupo Podi Podile. Well, at least they're happy about their human, their slavery. But that's not what we were told. Kupo Podi Pode. Well, I told him the... Is that it? A lot of non-rusts. Alright, what did that do for me? Where'd he go? Yeah, I went and talked to the Mughals, it did nothing for me. Speak with Jules again, I can't find him though. Where'd he go? He's over this way. You're not Jules. There he is. Give him a proper character design game, it's hard to recognize him amongst all the other NPC. You told them just as I told you, good boy. I'm not sure what any of this has to do with going up in the world. Oh, witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See, it begins. A brawl, a brawl. The Mughals are rioting. Wow. Shit's going down, Kupo. I didn't think they were capable of that. And even the sweet innocent Mughals are just like breaking the windows now. Now's our chance. Thanks, Jules. Kupo Revolution. Never thought you'd go for such a meager price. I want to see this Mughal riot. Pirate should know that words are worth gil and countable. Here's some words for you. Prodigal Bunansa sons come back to the Imperial Roost, see? Words of much value, these. Bah. Does life imitate art? I still want to see the Mughals riding. The year was 2022 in the Imperial City of Arcades. I, Street Runner, was tasked with hunting down the replicants. Hard to tell I'm sorry, I'm just trying my best at that stupid narration from Blade Runner. Because just suddenly we're in like a futuristic city.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own
He
beat.
has?
Almost like you were impatient, even.
Have you guys noticed a change in him?
Maybe it's
Where's the
because I
tears
see
in the
more.
rain emote? It's on Frinkerface. If you had the Frinkerface installed, you can use it.
Come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
Time to mingle with the rich folk. I have an elderly friend, a court musician by trade. To hear him play the lute, you would think it sang. We go our separate ways here, Vaughn. I have some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. Hey. I feel like the voice actor budget ran out at this point. It's like, we're gonna like have it all be text now. Hope that girl found us tickets to the Mummer's Foss. The right number on the right day. She can't be trusted with such things. Thanks for the bacon recipe. You're most welcome. Give it a shot as soon as you can. It's easy to make and it's really fucking good. That S pronunciation sounds like Herbert from Family. Gave me my ability to whistle my S's. It's a unique trait. You have to have the right teeth formation. Yes.
How you doing? Got some candy for you. Come on into my house, little kids.
Yeah, my friends used to request that one a lot. What is on the food menu next? I haven't decided.
Hey Vaughn, I like your abs. That weird little uniform you got on as well.
There's a reason I don't use that impression too much. It's too powerful. Gronch's Requisites. I like to request some requisites. Welcome, welcome. Requisites and items for all occasions here for your perusing pleasure. If it is adventure you seek, better go prepared. Let's buy. Just more of these items. Pineapple pizza, perhaps. Hold on, slow your roll there, Satan. I will never make that, ever. You might as well be suggesting I put bananas on them. No, I'm a firm believer that a good pizza doesn't really need a lot of toppings. If you make it right, all you really need is cheese. Gambits, huh? And so with the sauce, yes, but that goes without saying. That's not really a topping. Toppings are usually like the other stuff besides, you know, the requisites of bread and sauce. I don't like pineapple on pizza? God, no. Let's just buy a couple more of these. Why not? What's the weirdest pizza topping I've ever tried? None. I've never tried any weird pizza toppings. Well, except for, you know, the pineapple thing. I've never had pizza, you say. We'll just have to disagree on this one. Alright, that's all we have in this place. I need to go somewhere else. I need weapons and armor. There's a save point over here. Meat Lover's Pizza? That's just a lot of sausage and pepperoni and bacon. That's not bad, I guess. Never had anchovies on a pizza. I never have either, but you can put fish sauce, which is just, you know, you can add fish sauce into your actual pizza sauce, and fish sauce is just, you know, kind of like anchovy soup sauce or something like that. It's made from anchovies, anyways. I know that much. Buy a teleport stone. Well, I can't. I gotta go up into the ship to buy a teleport stone. Thoughts on white sauce based pizzas? I never had one and they don't interest me. At that point it's just bread with toppings, I feel. More like a pancake or something, I don't know. Spicy pizza? I mean, I put red pepper flakes in my sauce, so it makes it a little bit spicy. Okay, let's go up. Actually, let's go over. Who'd ever guessed that pizza would become such a divisive topic? Almost like religion in some cases. I dare you not like the pineapple on pizza, yes. Our pineapple pizza god is better than your meat lover's pizza god, yes. Only those with 3 or more chops may ride this cab, boy. Nothing personal. What is a chop? What's that? Oh, they're gonna answer it. If you like a chop, you pay coin. That's 1 million gil, thank you. For a ride in a cab. No, thank you, man. I'll use Fantasy Uber. What? That's crazy. Having a spot of trouble, are we? Oh, it's Jules again. I have a message from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Central. He says to come quickly. On his way, but we need a chop. What is a chop, anyway? When a boy wants information, that's right. That boy pays. 2,500 gil sounds about right. You are a cutthroat. Why, an upstanding citizen of the Empire carries a chop. It's a mark of status sometimes. A writ or transit others. If you were aiming to go to Central, where the gentry live, I think you need 3 chops. How do we get them? Like I've said, the key is knowledge, boy. You do your part here on the streets, talk to the right people, you'll earn your chops in no time. That doesn't sound so bad. No, it sounds like grinding, Vaughn. Oh, people in Arcades love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it must mean they're superior. Understand, boy? Not sure I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jules. Friend of Master Balthier's is a friend of mine. Bunny girl stares in condemnation. Cough. Coof, coof. I think we gotta find like side missions here and do them somehow. Which 4 horsemen of the apocalypse would it be? I don't know. Death seems like the head honcho. And the most powerful one, so I guess that one. Greetings. Alright, what can we buy? Rune Blade. That'd be nice, but I don't have anyone that really, uses a sword. Zephyr Pole. Burning Bow. 11,000. Fuck hell. Doom Mace. Penetrator Crossbow. Sword, halberd, Albert Baron, Ziska, Empyrean Rod, Zodiac Staff, okay. Let's see what the armor guy sells first. Officer's hat, barrel coat, guy hat. That'd be good on my 2 mages. I shall buy 1. Maduin gear. That's also pretty good, I guess. Give that one to her. Platinum helm, platinum armor, how anyone can use it. Admin hat, and vest. By 1. Astrakan hat. Carmungnol. Cool. Crystal shield. Good stuff for my boy Bosch. Alright, that's enough of that. I need to save money for spells too. There's plenty in that magic shop. I think before buying weapons, I'll wait until I see that. Chop Master. Hello, I'm the Chop Master. Help you with aught? Trade pine chops for sandalwood. What are pine and sandalwood chops? Here in Arcades, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chops, and they're lucky to chop a fine sandalwood. Gil, they're only good for the buying and selling of goods. You can't have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or a chop of sandal will win you that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens might come on by pinewood chops enough during their daily lives. It takes a soldier or some great deed to earn a sandalwood. Looks like you've nary a chop to your name. Are you sure you belong here in the city? Oof. Okay. I still need to find places I can do missions and get chops. We're still talking about pizza in chat. This is by far your least favorite part of the game. I'm just gonna look around. Go to another part of the city, maybe. Okay, magic shop. Look me in the eye and tell me this isn't worse or just as bad as Assassin's Creed Odyssey. No, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is worse. Doga. Yeah, I'm calling it Doga now for now on, just because it's cuter. Really? It's all they sold here? I'll go ahead and buy Break and Bleed. It's because they've been waiting for me to buy that for a long time. So if you post a pic of Hawaiian pizza in the Discord's food channel, you would get banned? No, you wouldn't get banned for that. We're not that petty. Where could my moon silver medallion be? Where? Inquire by the medallion. You would hear my plight? It is sad, though common. I needed money. On thinking, I sold my moon silver medallion. I must have it back. I have need of it, but the man to whom I sold it, one Otto, is missing. Tell me about Otto. This part of the game is just Vaughn searching for the plot. Well, he's just searching for a way to get to the plot, actually. I need those chops, man. The chops. Just need to find more people who need missions done for them. We've been over there. Let's go check the far end. For any NPC that looks a little bit out of place and is doing something unusual, that might be the one with a mission. Also, anyone named Otto. Mummer. Traveling Mummer taught me this one. Used to live here in the city, so he said. Oh, no, you're just a juggler. Why does it say European Union RPG on my stream? Also, I don't understand Twitch, and you're extremely new to it. Well, I'm the one who typed in European Union RPG, because this game feels like it was designed by a European Union committee, since you need a license for every little thing in the game. Just, you know, a little joke we got going on. And welcome to Twitch, by the way. I hope you enjoy your time on it. And people will probably start mooing at you and doing other weird things soon. Don't be afraid. Normal. Thanks? No, you're most welcome. Technic seller, huh? I never use these. They don't really look that interesting to me. Cryptographer's Guild. No, you're not Otto. Pretty sure cows develop friendships and stuff. Well, they do eat together a lot, don't they? Cut stupid. If you like pineapple on pizza, just like pineapple on pizza, man. It ain't that big of a deal. I swear it's not, but just be... I'm always gonna joke about it, but you like what you like. I'm not gonna judge you as a worse person for eating it. Did you see the mummer and his act? Oh, it was truly splendid. Made me feel this like a spring maiden again. I would love to show my daughter. Commit this tale to memory. What? Yes, the mummer. Now talk to the mummer again. There's an old lady up there who really wants your attention. What? Okay, that's not the mummer she was talking about? Relate the tale of the mummer. Sure. What's this all got to do with chops, then? The master... What is look-alike? Seen a swindler about. Not that you'd know if you had. He's a master of disguise. Why, he's dressed like me and walked off with my earnings. If I don't find him quick, I'm ruined. Finished. End of story. Oh, I can't go back to scratching for gear in the old town. How'd he imitate me so well? I check. Commit this guy to memory. Red scarf, blonde hair. You gotta recognize that guy. Toss a coin to your mama. Toss a coin to your mama. He looks like Bosch without the scars, huh? Here we go. Seen a swindler about? Not that you... Wait. I'm on to you. Samuel Jackson has famous quote about people who eat pineapple pizza. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Nami said... Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. You know, that's more like it. Bonjour, man. Thank you for the... What is it? A gift sub to Cut Stupid. Thank you. Are you utterly daft? The one who's looking for the swindler is a swindler. Don't you see? 'Tis the oldest trick in the grimoire, my boy. What's that? He's still nearby? Good. Time to put an end to this once and for all. Don't worry, you'll have my gratitude and a bit in your pocket. You obtain a pine wood chop. Let's go get that mummer tail. Does it look like I'm having fun just going around talking to random NPCs? Nope. Talk to the old lady again. We gotta learn the tale of the mummer. We apparently can only commit one thing to memory at a time. Did you see the mummer at his act? Oh, is the fruits made me feel like a spring maiden again? How I would love to show my daughter. I guess we gotta find her daughter? Why am I playing Agony? Well... You mean that game that's set in hell and kinda sucks, but hey, made for a nice looking video? Hey, this ain't that bad. Hey, that game's getting a sequel called The Succubus, and it's gonna be one of the few AO rated games out there. Wait, what is this? You know, I'm oft told I have a knack for magics. Of course, a little coin to buy such things. Should be handling magics, not turnips. Okay, maybe I can just take this to the magic lady. All 8 and 20 of them. Must tell them the good news. God, this is really dumb. God, why do they do this? It's really obtuse of what you gotta do with this information as well. I wanted to tell you the story about this girl who wants to sell you magic. What? Sweetling, had you heard the good old Otto's gone missing? Oh, I heard. Heard he fell in love with a pardon me tart down in Old Arcades, they say. Oh, I think I know who they're talking about now. I think I've talked to them. He's called Old Gent down there, they say. He always was a character. Some games are full of bad design choices. This be one of them. Something to waste your time, that is. But where'd my memory go? About 8 and 20 chops. My bae and I have been working together of late. We've got quite a stack of chops to show for our troubles, too. Well, 8 and 20 of them. I must tell him the good news. Oh my god, how many of these are there, and how many do I have to do? Oh, let's just do the one that I know I can do right now, the one in Old Gentry. Did I say Bay instead of Bow? Well, yeah, Bay. Bay works better for me. Old lodgings in Old Arcades, yet I still lack the gil to open a boutique of my own. The boob sim was your favorite? Ah, well, thank you. They were nice. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I asked my daughter to buy tickets to the farce. I've asked her to buy one too few. What to do? Am I to entertain a most important client? An elderly friend, a court musician by trade. To hear him play the lute, you would think it sang. Hear a song he used to play. Seek a lutenist. Play it for him. Oh. Came late to the stream. What have you missed? We're in the city now and we're trying to do good deeds. So we can get our chops and ride the expensive aircraft. So our president might have declared civil war. Can I keep on entertaining you? Yes, I will bridge the divide. Planning on leaving behind, were you? No, I'm trying to get to wherever you're going, because you require me to get these goddamn chops. It's just where'd that old gent go? You can literally see the moment in the game where the director left mid-development. Is this that moment? It was near the bridge where the gent was. Yes, there he is. Otto. See this? 'Tis a wedding band of moon silver. If you didn't have to give me this, why your words alone give me enough joy. What are you talking about, philosopher? I know the plot. What are you staring at? Something against cross-class relations? You think that two people from different backgrounds can't share true love? You're just rewriting the plot? Is that what you're trying to do? I'll have you know that when I first came down here, it was her who took me in. Without her, I'd still be in gutters somewhere, friendless. Kindness like hers, you won't find up there in the city. Mark my words, there's no place for it. Can't you see? Or are you blinded by your chops? So I said, to the underworld with class. To the underworld with status, and I proposed. Her favorite story, The Prince on the Moon. See? So I'm giving her a ring made of moon silver. What? You don't think that's you're looking for moon silver, a medallion? Well, why didn't you say so? I had to take a chunk off for the ring, but if this will suffice, it's yours. You obtained a moon silver medallion. Alright, we can give that back to the dude. Showing the huge impact Vaughn has on the story, is it? Very pivotal character. I'm surprised when they made the Dissidia games, they even included Vaughn and didn't either use Ash or Bosch. I mean, Princess Ash or Bosch. Because most of the actual, if you actually watch the trailer for the Zodiac Age version of this game, Vaughn barely even appears in it. Despite him being the main character. All out of tea. Tealess. Go our separate way. I'm aware of it. Go, get on with you. Where was that one dude at? He's in the store downstairs, actually. At least Vaughn is good in Dissidia. That's what I've heard. Born of Empire, raised by Empire, and within her walls did I grow old, yet the city was not always grand, though the Empire always prosperous. Youths today, they know only of her glory and nothing of her history. How little they think on the sac- Okay, I know who he wants to talk to, that old guy down the slums. Do that after I talk to this guy. I think it's in here, right? Pistol of Love. Freely have I released it. Should it return to me? I don't have to do every single one of these memory things, right? Someone who knows? Well, you just gotta do a few of them. This part of the game deserves 3 more sins, huh? This is the wrong building. He's not up here. Be in maybe the Gambit store. There's a more potent version of C4 called T4. I think I have heard that before, but I've never seen it. Heard much about it. Ah, 1 chop, I see. With just 2 more, you'll qualify to ride a cab. I need 2 more of these things. I guess it was in one of the other stores that old guy was at. Look at the weapon shop. Stardust Sniper. What's up, Stardust? How you doing? Let me introduce you to a person called Quina, Mr. Food Critic. No, I guess she's not in this game. When they re-release this game, they should have made this a bit easier, less tedious. was that old guy? One more shop left, I think. Go up into the next shop then. Played a lot of Terraria today. Yeah, that's been pretty hot recently after the update. There he is. Alright, I've asked you to not make me speak of this. I told you I sold the... I got your... Well, okay, found the medallion, yes. Give him the Moon Silver medallion. Thank you. Without this, I would have been a great deceiver with the Frog King. But what is this? It is broken. No, this is most unusual. A piece has been taken away, yet the medallion is somehow stronger. This warmth, this is true love. So thank you. I wonder good Japan feels about Vaughn. Do they just have opposite feelings about the characters? 13 was really popular in Japan, by the way. They love the hell out of 13. I believe this medallion has been in the presence of a great love. Though its form be diminished, it is rather as if it has been made whole. Return now to the king. I am in your debt. My gratitude be with you. My reward, motherfucker? I need more than your gratitude. I need some chops. Well, I'm glad I did that. This game doesn't even know how to, like, give you, properly reward you. Wouldn't there be the first time that Japan is wrong about something? Well, that's everyone. Sweetening, had you heard of my good friend Otto? Yeah, I know, found Otto already. I was expecting to get another chop from that. It's like, that was the... You do that for nothing, but other than good feelings, apparently. Let me go find that guy who wants a, wants a storyteller. I know where he wants me to look for. You started playing this game, so you're turning in here to try to pick up some tips. It is just me, or is the archer kind of garbage? Vaughn, yeah, she's not... I mean, not Vaughn, but Fran, yeah, she's not that good, even once you level her up more. At least I haven't found her to be very useful. So maybe switch her to a better, class when you get the option. No, I need the guy who wants the storyteller. Having tons of fun, I am. What I've been pondering is, what about a gambit for the muck? No gambits can go awry if you don't keep an eye on them. Think of the coin you can make. Gil, more gil, it's worth any risk. I don't know what you want. Leave me alone. Tours of the aerial gardens in Bajurba are quite popular these days. Why, just a short while ago, I had to turn someone away from a full tour. Would you know what the next movement we had a cancellation? Pity that poor lady did so want to go. She must still be nearby. Okay, I think, I'll look for this one real quick. Wait, is that it? Relate the tale of the aerial gardens. Does that perhaps have something to do with it? I know he doesn't, never mind. It's you. What's that? A cancellation? Wonderful. My gratitude for coming to tell me every good deed deserves a chop. 'Tis custom. Here's yours. Alright, we need one more chop. What are chops? Bullshit is what they are. You need them to use the cab. The proprietor said she'd order one straight away. That was over a month ago. Also, Zogar, thank you for your 4-month stream. Thanks for the videos and streams. It's appreciated. Well, thank you for enjoying it all, man. I do it for you and for everyone else. Brother, keeping an eye out for me, but he's not one to remember such things. Oh well, I shall I supposed to make do without. Oh, and I've run out of ears too, pardon. My ears of corn, of course. Wherever was my associate gone? We can't keep customers waiting. Just in case I run into this guy looking for corn. You need corn? Interesting. Well, actually, it's not interesting. It's about corn, lady. Don't give that just a choice pick. Best pizza sauce, fish sauce, pepperoni, olives, artichokes, tomatoes, and mushrooms, you say? Whatever kicks you. It's all about the kind of mushrooms you're using, though. I mean, the kind of tomatoes you're using. Girl on an errand. Asked my mother to buy tickets to the farce, and I thought bought one too many. Oh, my mother despises waste. Great punish for sir. How much wood? Don't you go doing that. Don't you dare. Trying to get me to say that. Population in the great city continues to soar, and buildings sprout like toadstools after the rain. As a business building, frankly, proper design gives me indigestion. All for a man who is both architect and artisan. Not right now. Was that? Worked so hard for so long, all for money, and indeed, I've accumulated some wealth. And I realized I wanted neither money nor power. Both I've had, and neither satisfied me. I found out what I wanted when I met her, a client's daughter. The moment I saw her, I knew. Artisan architect. How many years of it? Wait, that guy. Where'd that guy looking for an architect go? You're the smitten man. Deceptive man? Acadian gentry. Architect. Architect. I don't know why I keep calling architect. The Order 1886 or this game? Order 1886. Only takes you like 6 hours to beat. One who understands that art and architecture need not be opposed to one another. Good tidings. These, I feel a design coming on. Yes, a masterpiece. Ah, boy, it is my business and it is customary to thank those who find us work. A chop for your trouble. Alright, we got 3 chops. I think we could turn those in for the thing we need to ride the cab. Just gotta go to a store and turn them in, and then we'll be done. Don't you feel stupid when you try to drink from an empty cup like I just did? Good, time to go to the plant. Yes, this was a nice waste of time. Chopmaster. Very good. You qualify to ride a cab. There's 25 more and you can trade them in for a sandalwood chop. Those with sandalwoods may ride cabs and get into... I better not have to do that. Yeah, give me my sandalwood. Oh, never mind. We can just get on the cab now. weird system they have here in this city. You forgot about bacon? What do you mean? Were you planning to make it? Where was the cab at? Over here, right? Yes. Alright, I've got your freaking chops. Yes. Splendid. To Sen Noble. Yes, the Sen Noble. And it sucks for the driver of that cab when it rains, doesn't it? Flight vibe. Is Metal Gear Rising worth the money? Yes. Ah, so splendid you could join me. Jules had a morsel for us. A light airship used by Draclor researchers is just up ahead. We'll take that and go in through the service entrance. Let's make haste, shall we? Yes, up here. Can you just say that you hate games that have no voice acting and you have to read everything? Well, this game has a lot of voice acting. Just for some reason, this city they only have a lot of stuff that is not voiced. I guess they only have so much of a budget.
The accomplices of the Senate have been quelled, Your Honor. Our forces sustained but light casualties.
I have dissolved the Senate.
You have leave to withdraw. One detachment will remain here to guard Draclaw.
My lord.
Do you think they're onto us?
It would seem not. Though this will make our task more difficult still.
More difficult. So I'd like to get in, please. Thank you. Good guards. No entry to Central at this time, and refrain from suspicious behavior until things settle down. You know what I mean. Docent. Terribly sorry, but there's been an emergency. No one is allowed to enter Central at this time. Please come again. Okay, get back onto the airship. I came here for nothing. Good. Certainly took your time getting here, didn't you? Off seeing the sights. I was right here with you! Not likely. Do you know how long it took us to get the chops to get here? Tell him, Vaughn. What's that? But I gave Jules some chops. Jules? Tisk squad of judges has been sent to Draclor. I find the service entrance rather a difficult proposition, I'm afraid. No doubt you're doing, no doubt. You knew how the Ministry of Law would move, so you had Vaughn out collecting chops until the judges could reinforce Draclor. Of course. Tell me, how much did the Ministry pay for word of the prodigal son? The Ministry? Oh, judges make poor customers, my friend. Too many rules, too many laws. Perhaps you didn't know, Master Balthier, that Draclor is a toy box these days, filled with your Lord Father's conceits. All developed without the Senate's knowledge, of course. Why, not even the Emperor knew the full extent of Dr. Sid's operations. Now here's the catch. Since Vane had himself declared dictator, nary a peep has come out of that laboratory. I know people who would sell their own mum for the merest scrap of information about the goings-on inside Draclor. People like Rosarian sympathizers worried about the Empire's weapons programs, and anyone else who might be opposed to House Solidor's hegemony. So we create a disturbance, and you get your windfall of dirt on Draclor. And in exchange for your service, I've spoken to a cabbie. When he asks where you want to go, tell him you know where to go. Simple, no? Ah, a deal brokered in true Arcades fashion. Why, just like old times, Jules. Bring a tear to my eye. Has there been a character named Sid that isn't an antagonist? Yes, this game has most Sids are actually friendly to you. There's only 2 accounts of Sid being an enemy, 1 in 13 and in this game. Good to be back. And then you have the hot lady Sin in 15. You know, Cindy. They had to change that for the American release. Good to be back, huh? My regards to your Lord Father, Master Fromrun. Fromrun? That is not a word. Or rather, Master Balthier, and on. You're brand new to Twitch, but you love my YouTube channel. Keep on kicking butt, man. Well, thank you, Bill. Glad you've enjoyed the YouTube stuff. Hopefully you can enjoy my Twitch stuff as well. And also, welcome to Twitch. It's a weirder experience than YouTube, but I like it a lot. I think you will as well. You're now in fear of my knowledge of FF. I played most of the modern one. My knowledge really only extends from 6 onward. But this game is like a black hole of my knowledge because I forgot about most of it. Chop of pine, chops of sandal, you're worth more than life itself here. Don't let yours go right there. You know where to go. Want to go there, eh? You sure? Alright, all aboard. FF15 Sid was the best Sid. Do you mean the old man in that game or his granddaughter? Cindy. But this Jules, is he some friend of yours, Balthier? You two seem close. Close enough for fisticuffs, driver. Faster, if you please. Would be loath to expend any of the violence of my present mood on my companions. Sir, yes, sir. Just punch Vaughn. Do it. You're gonna go play FF12, Puff? You're constantly playing the games I'm playing.
Where to?
Come, this way.
It's too quiet.
Passing strange. There are supposed to be guards here.
Maybe you were just lucky, huh?
Maybe you're just optimistic.
A lot of wasted space in this building.
We proceed with caution.
No time for caution. Step to it. Sid's chambers are on the top level.
Up level, you say. It's quiet, Sin. That one seems kind of lazy to me. I like to, come up with something better these days. You're a good streamer. Thank you. I like being a good streamer. You make us want to play even the shittiest of games. Now, always keep in mind, though, a streamer can make and a good stream can make even a crappy game seem entertaining because when you have an audience, you get to riff on it with them. Never trust us streamers. We're a weird breed. What happened here? I don't know, Vaughn. It looks like someone fucking murdered the guards. Try streaming Superman 64. I'll take that idea and store that away in the file cabinet then. Gordon Ramsay voice. Finally, some good fucking gameplay. You are with him? This lift appears to go to the top floor, but it does not stop here. Just Stream Angel of Darkness and make it... That's the Tomb Raider game, right? I mean, I could make it an interesting experience, but I don't know if it'd be a fun one for me. For a laboratory, I'm not seeing much in the way of, like, research stations. Just lots of hallways. Stream Sonic 06. The meme game, huh? Help me. Is it you, or does the music audio sound wonky? I mean, sounds fine to me. Select destination. We're currently on floor 66. Oh, there's no floor 69. I was gonna do like noise. Let's go up one floor then. It also sounds choppy to you. I'm not sure why. For me, it sounds fine. You said my mic audio sounds fine, but the game is sounding choppy. Does the game's audio go down when I start talking? It might just be the music. Okay, there's nothing I've changed in my audio settings, and the game sounds fine to me, so it should be coming out fine to you. Maybe it's just a sucky music track. What's next out of this? No idea. Haven't thought that far ahead. One thing at a time right now. Was it just this level that sounded like that, or has it been that way all night? Just this level, okay. Maybe just this track that for some reason is getting to you weirdly. I don't know. To me, it sounds like it always has and doesn't sound choppy at all. Dex, stop scratching my elbow, kitty. I guess I just need to go up another floor since there's nothing to do on this one. Stop it, Dex. Stop. 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 My cat is determined to get my attention right now. Stay away from Dr. Sid. CBD. Cock and ball detection. I don't know. Almost went for the CBT torture joke.
Visitors. One's lacking manners by the look of it.
Someone after the Nethicite?
The Yuck Defour, was it? 6 years, and ever since you got back, this. What madness found you there?
Above us! Drop bulkheads 5 and 8! Be to it!
They found us.
That was way too English for me to understand what he was saying.
We should lie low for now.
No, we'll use their confusion. We need to find Sid now.
Name lab access card. Obtain map of Draclor Laboratories. The map. We got the map, did we? Snake, you're solid on radar. Won't work in these conditions. What's going on? There were soldiers in the laboratory. Has there been an intruder? Bulkheads are functioning. We're safe. Bulkheads, red and blue, are activated alternately. When one opens, the other locks. Oh no. No one who wasn't intimately familiar with the workings of the laboratory could get through. The guards will find them soon enough, though. So then, who might you be? It's like they've done everything they can to make something stupid and annoying. Every area of this game looks the same. Yeah, the dungeons are pretty poorly designed. They're usually just a hallway connecting a couple rooms again and again and again over and over again to make it really big. Device controls the lab security bulkheads. This blue bulkheads are currently closed. Open the blue bulkheads. Oh, some fight. Let's see. They'll have protect up too. Absolutely nothing has happened in the last 10 minutes. Well, that's not my fault. I've been playing as fast as I can. Okay. You would probably prefer a hardcore CBT over playing this game? Hey, you might awaken to that fetish. Be careful about making that kind of joke. I thought I wouldn't like this, but this is kind of good. It is a good pain. Apparently this level's music just comes across on Twitch as super choppy. Bulkhead doors. I don't want to do that just yet. Music is imitating the minimap, you say? Open that. So the heat worked, dare you say it worked too well. Now you can't walk well. What did you do to yourself? Should you like do a bunch of squats and you'd like get rid of the pain? You broke yourself, and you don't know how you broke yourself. Well, I confuse myself often. I've never broken myself, though. Like, I'm confusing myself right now. Play more. What does the minimap look like to you? Because to me, it looks like the Snake's solid-on radar when you're detected by the enemy forces. Vaughn, your solid-on radar is made using currently existing Magitech technology. God, I stuttered all over that one, didn't I? Currently using technology, you say? Yes, Snake, it's using the best in Magitech right now. 30 years ahead of the public. Why, the amount of mist stored in your ass right now is gigantic. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's hard to make combined Metal Gear in this game, I find. With my normal repertoire of jokes. I think we just need to get on the elevator now. Please stop. I will. Oh, my Vaughn dead. These night dudes are bullies. So they're trying to get to me, but they're stuck trying to get past them. I see their gambits are only set up to attack the party leader. A rookie mistake. Never stop. I will try not to. I'm too dumb to stop. Too dumb to be stubborn, even. Cyborg ninjas may be something that should be something that could appear in this game. Only if they were also bunny girls. They kind of are like the acrobats in this world, it seems. Based on the moves she was doing earlier. Wait a minute, actually. Get rid of that protect over him. Jeez, these guys are no joke, huh? Vaughn, you're supposed to bring someone... Oh, you're silence, that's why you're not doing it. It's a great camera angle. What was I doing? No, this way. I'm not even sure anymore, though. I don't want to open those just yet. I want to check the other rooms. Actually, no. I'll go ahead and open it now. You know, there are some people who consider this to be their favorite FF game, by the way. There's also people who considered Final Fantasy XIII to be their favorite. Weird world we live in. You like the chain thing? It's really only for getting, like, items, I think. Like, killing these guys over and over again, that is. Oh! Big oof. Can't really do much with Balthier other than shoot, I've noticed. He does decent damage with that, but that's really kind of boring. 12 isn't a bad game, it just lost direction like 50% of the way through. I don't consider it a bad game either, I consider it a boring game. It just feels a bit aimless even when you have the plot. And oftentimes it gets overly tedious with the combat. And then not even feel it direct enough, because you never really feel like you're really doing much, despite the illusion that you are. It's like this would have been fine staying as a turn-based game. Yes, Dex, I can't keep petting you, kitty. You gotta play video games. What do I consider a bad game? Minigames. I mean, I'm not gonna go through my entire repertoire of knowledge. I consider this puzzle shit they're giving me right now bad design, though. How about that? Where'd he even come from? You two. Yeah. I'd rather have a loading screen between each I'd rather just have turn-based combat than what they're giving me here. Since this really is just turn-based combat, what they're trying to like disguise it as not being turn-based combat. But they're gonna spawn a few more for me to fight. You played Remake last night? Tell me, when was the last time you've seen a camera that bad? In Final Fantasy VII Remake? This game has a worse camera, sometimes. But 7 Remake's camera was, at times, janky as fuck. That's for sure. Where even am I now? See, this camera is really just making me fight it right now. Shoot him, kill him, dead. There's nothing in this room though, but a fight. I need to get that slow off him. What gets rid of that? That does. Where the fuck am I even going? I need to get up another floor, but I guess there's a way I gotta do about doing that. Ugh. Am I going for all the super hunts? No. I don't have time for that, and I don't have the patience for it. That would take a lot of grinding and leveling. Some of those fights can be incredibly difficult too, from what I know of it. Would have seen a nice see me fight Gilgamesh, huh? You just want to see me suffer, I take it. Okay, I can't go up any further. How do I get to the next floor? Maybe it's in that... It's just on the back end of this place. Gotta find a way to get back there. Suffering is fun, maybe to watch. Usually not so great when you're having to, you know, be the one playing it. $5 million HP, yeah, that would take a while. Is that the hardest boss in the game? You can also fight Ultima in this game, can't you? Which is the final boss of, you know, Final Fantasy Tactics. I think that's also one of the optional boss fights. That's not how we do it. And this goes down the hallway, so I guess good. The hardest fight in the game is the Trial 100 floor, where you fight the 5 judges. Oh. I get... There's a 100 floor dungeon is what you're telling me. Oof. Come on, Vaughn, do your goddamn job and keep people alive. Oh, he's slowed again, that's why he's taking forever. Okay, he slows off. Trial mode dungeon? No. Yeah, it didn't sound canon. This is not good. Oh, Vaughn is silenced, that's why he's not doing anything. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. There we go. Saved. This guy is solid. Very solid. What have you missed? Not a whole lot, to be honest. Alright, we need to bring people back to, you know, bring them back to life. So, Vaughn. Die yet? No, we're still going. Now go. Unsilence him. Now we bring everyone else back. And heal everyone up. You know, I haven't checked my license board in a while. Maybe we got some points to spend, ladies and gentlemen. Mini points. What do we want? More of that delicious HP, thank you. We got more on... I've basically gotten all the good stuff on the white mage board, except for, like, accessory slots. Increases magic power. They're not a rod's 5. Kill laser renders one foe vulnerable to an extra element. War Mage. Gain MP after dealing magic damage. I don't really have any attack spells with them. They came out with another Life is Strange. Would I play it? Yeah. They make for good material. Used by this point in the game, you had already maxed out everyone's first board and was halfway through their second. Well, I'm happy that you grinded that much. That ain't me, though. Dex, stop. Stop, Dex, stop. Not the time. Good though, those seem nice. Alright, both here, you're next. What do you want? Increase that physical damage. You like Dex scratching my arm? You know, if I stop petting her, I can't keep playing the game. Maybe she's trying to save me from this. Increases, oof, that's a lot. We'll save over that. What about you? Shatterheart, please. How did we get to talking about Life is Strange in chat? That's a weird tangent to go on. Increase strength when HP is full. Hand bombs. I wonder if those hand bombs are any good. I've never seen any of them for sale though. Hornito, now that's a good name. Though I think Hornado would be an even better name for something. Alright, what do we want for you? Most of the stuff for her is like accessories. Is death any good? Usually it never works when you cast it on someone. Yeah, give me magic potency, sure. Ensanguined shield. Pinello, I pretty much got every single black mage spell, even the ones I can't use, so I might as well grab that as well. Alright, let's get back to playing the game. What's in that room? Empty room. Good. Let's talk about some good news. That Lego Monkey King show released its intro. I guess I hope that's good. I don't know anything about it. This is one of the most obnoxiously designed dungeons I've ever come across. Well, this one ain't even working. What's going to be the next Dragon Ball? I mean, I think we've had this joke already in chat, that Dragon Ball already is Journey to the West in anime. Sure, we can make it again, though. Why not? We gotta open these goddamn red doors. Well, that's not gonna do me any good. How the hell where did we go? Do I have to go, like, back down to the first floors? Okay, this is open now. What? Cannot for the life of me figure out where it wants me to go. This is the wrong. I think this is my highest chain, just because this thing is just taking forever. Just need to climb floor 70. I wish they were that simple. I'm looking for like a secret elevator or something, I don't know. Wait, what's this? Will I play Song of Horror? I think I own that. Oh, just a room full of rats. I don't really think I have any plans to play it though. Burn them all. That flame is still going off. Tank the damage, Vaughn. Well, it is a laboratory, so I guess it isn't that out of the question to find a bunch of rats. That broke my chain, by the way, of killing people. Okay, still have no idea where to go. Be nice to the rats. You noticed them attacking me, right? I must have to get down in that other corner over there. Balthier leveled up. Okay, we can take Balthier out of the party now. I guess we can start leveling up Fran. Anything better? No, that's all you got. That's a little bit better. No, it lowers our strength. I'll leave it as is. See you later, Venom Snake. You have a good night. Hopefully we can finish this dungeon before tonight's up. Anyone want to take bets on how long this sim video will be? I bet it will be actually shorter than FF10. 500 bits, follow the path that is simple and clean, you say, huh? Well, I appreciate you mentioning the good opening song. And not the one with Skrillex. Does anyone remember the beat of that one? Maybe this is it. I think this seems like it's the right direction right now. So, now we're back in this section. Good. We gotta get down here. Locked. What? Okay, they just spawned. Oh, that cool. Said fuck sleep so you could... So how would one go about... You got away with words, my friend. It sounds like a Reddit comment. Is it just me, or has Reddit gotten truly horrible as of recently? Speaking of that website. It's a website I used to really enjoy, but wow, it has gone downhill. Security, turn that off. You haven't been on Reddit in yonks. Yeah, probably the best. Oof. Surrounded us. Don't worry, chat. We'll find the plot again tonight. I swear it. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of great individual subreddits, but the main... It seems like the identity of the site has just changed horribly recently. Then again, all social media is really suffering these days, it feels. Not like YouTube is actually, you know, some vaunt of improvement. Vaunt of improvement, not vaunt. Vaunt is even a real thing. Is this where I needed to go? I can't think of anywhere else I can go besides here. Nope, it's an empty room. Oh no, it's just fucking... whatever those are, heckites. Oh fucking no! Fucking run! Run, you idiots! Get out here now! Jesus. Don't know what that room was, but I didn't like it. Alright. I can only think that the only thing I can think to do now is go back down to the first floor, because nothing seems to be working. At least I'm not sure, though. Way up here again. Ugh. Are my ribs and steak Am I a ribs and steak gentleman? I like mini meats. And ribs are one of them. Oh, this is terrible. This is god-awful. Are we sure the Japanese even like fun things sometimes? I wonder. The one more to the south, so... Okay, I think I've come to that one before and it wouldn't let me go up. Alright, maybe I can get down to there now from this tunnel. Nope, that's all locked off. Alright, activate the switch again. Kid tried to file a lawsuit because he has limited video game playtime as dedicated by the Japanese government. The Japanese government can limit how much gameplay time you have? Aren't you thinking of the Chinese? I know the Chinese have laws on the books about that. I get you, buddy. Oof. Stop beating up Ash. Thank you, Vaughn, for your quick heals. Means a lot. Just double check. Dart, it's Japanese teen in Japan. I don't understand what the lawsuit is about. I don't think the Japanese government can limit how much time you can play a video game. It's a new one to me if they can. I mean, there's an entire culture of, what about anime? Can they limit the amount of time you watch anime? Is that something they can do? You are hereby limited to only one episode of your favorite season each day. Yeah, we're at the laboratory. Yeah, everyone knows this place. $60 minutes on a normal day, 90 minutes a weekend? Yeah, that'd take a long time to beat some of the RPGs they make. Kinda fucked up. Hey you, kid, stop having fun. Go study for your math exam. The state demands it. It's a state government? Well, a prefect. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Japanese law. I think I need to get through that door, right? That's going to cause that door to lock, so I have to come around from behind it, I think. Yes? I don't know. I've been wandering this place for, what, 40 minutes now? Trying to get the submissive male shut-ins to try and get laid with all the dominant business ladies. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. Never how that's worked. This way. Nope, nope. Of course, fucking locked us here too. Jesus Christ, you suck, game. Here to another room. Do what? So the whole thing in the US, am I alright? Yeah, I'm in a small, sleepy town, nowhere near any of that. And I've actually still got masks here, and I work from home, so it's not something I really need to go out much. Why is this one not working? This one should be working. 4x speed, maybe, but it's not gonna help me figure out the puzzle any faster. Because it's shit. You know, yes, I'm entering complain mode. What was in this room? This is new looking. From the red bulkheads. No, it's actually the same thing, just looks different. But I need it anyways. All the boomers are going to be retiring soon. That's what people have been saying for many years now. They have a culture of not really wanting to retire and work as long as they can, you know, they're physically capable of it. This way. Oh, that's a bit scary. 4 of those motherfuckers. Oh, several with protect on. Okay, I need. Sorry, Fron, but you gotta go. We need some magic power here. Not enough. Need more. Sounds like your dad, huh? Well, on one hand, it's good that people like are you know, living longer and healthier lives, but yeah, there does create that, you know, and it does create a, you know, very few open positions for good-paying jobs. And then we have AI coming along. It's going to be a double whammy, and AI is going to take up a lot of those jobs. Basically, the future is fucked if you're not a robot. Well, it worked out in the end. Alright, I think we're finally here. Better give me a save point once I get up there. Game. They skip over floor 69 and go right to 70. Bull. Don't deny me. I know how numbers work. Like, no memes for you. Is floor 69 an unlucky number in Japan? I know they have like some floors that they pretend don't exist because it's an unlucky number. Is 69 one of them? Okay, floor 70 it'd be. Huh? There's a pirate attacking me. Wow, he's got nice shorts.
My apologies. You bear not the stench of Sid's lackeys. And you are our earlier visitor.
Yes, a valuable man, one I'd sooner not lose. Yet he knows too much.
Save point? Yes, thank you. Stop it, Dex. Stop. What just happened? We were attacked by what looks like to be a gay pirate. Let's back this way. Pet the kitty. I am petting the kitty, and then I'm shooing the kitty. Guild toss. I'm glad I never paid for that one. All pirates are gay. I'll take your very knowledgeable word on that fact. Have you met many pirates? I mean, currently they're all off the coast of Africa these days, so I'm gonna guess probably not. This pirate is the guy who destroyed that ghost city you got your ass kicked back there by? I never went to the ghost city. You mean the one covered in mist? I never went into it.
Sid, you know Deifacted Nethicite brought down the Leviathan. How can you persist in this folly?
And you've come here to stop me. I'd fain see you try.
Consider your bones, old man. You're outmatched.
Pirates, scum of the skies. What brings you here? Treasure. What else would a pirate want? We'll take the Dusk Shard. You've come all this way for that trinket. I thought you were above this. What's that? The Princess of Dalmasca come to visit. She's not entirely without merit. A test of sorts for our princess?
You're a babbling fool.
A trial for a Shelia Banargan Dalmasca!
You lust for the stone's power, do you not?
Lust is a strong word.
Lend him not your ears, milady. He means to use you.
The tiny man glowed with power. He looked to the heavens, knowing what was I gonna say? Fuck. The prophecy is true. What is he laughing about? The power makes me giggle. No, usually you scream really loud.
Manufactured nethicite, like Bergen.
How could you do this?
Do you think ultimate power
You
tickles?
fall this far.
Alright. He's got a bunch of rooks. So. I think we should destroy those, then we'll use our mist attacks. So it has protect on too. I need to dispel that. But these don't have a weakness as far as I can tell. Let's try lightning though. And she will try a different magic. He will try Bizarra. Are there riots in my area? No, I live in a small rural town. Oh, they got they have reflect on? Oh shit! Gotta do something with that first. Yeah, they got reflect on. Luckily we got 2 people I think that can cast reflect that dispel. Maybe heal first. Oh, he just puts a reflect back up, doesn't he? Yep, he just puts... No, that one lost reflect. I don't think this tactic is going to work. Okay, the reflect just gets put back onto them. You have to destroy them with physical attacks, I guess. Go for Rook A. You're lurking? You're not lurking if you're talking, though. The stat bots refuse to die. Ash, why the hell are you casting decoy on the entire party? That kind of defeats the point. Apparently that one's not set up right. Well, they heal each other too, I'm noticing. Okay, one's down. He's mad.
Always hiding behind your toys. Pity if anything were to happen to them.
Alright. You haven't played such as game that requires your stand lucky dex to activate? Not tonight, apparently. I'll go for B this time. Actually, well, I need to switch out for Bosch. They're locked in right now. Okay, Penella, we don't need you until we get those things taken care of. This is a weird fight, isn't it? Okay, there's another one down. Number C. If he summons these things back after I put all this work into it, I'm gonna be very upset. No, don't attack him, you idiot. Oh, I just noticed their attacks also deal MP damage. I was wondering where all my magic is going. Rook D, final one. That's it. All him now. Spell everything on him. Let's get Regan and everything else on him. Nice cast in haste. Jesus. Let's just start whacking on him. Looks like he's just trying to give up and walk away. Uh-oh. Where'd he pull that from? Oh, oof. Oh. Okay, that wasn't actually that bad. Alright, time for the mist attacks, I think. Whose do we want to start with? Yeah, let's go with the Maelstrom Bolt. What a mad lad. Didn't do him much good. Hi. He didn't go bruh that time. Are you squinting, chat? You should. Well, you probably don't need to squint right now. Unless he's got another trick up his sleeve that's gonna fuck me over. You're gonna look at anime thighs later, fellow gamers. You'll find many of fans who appreciate the same thing here, I think. Bruh! You did it that time. No, Dex, not now. I gotta time these right. The worst possible time.
I must be strong.
Alright, we got plenty in them, so we're good. And how much of this damage did this do? Not a whole lot, to be honest. Sometimes those kill a boss outright, sometimes they do barely anything. It's fine, we can do it this way. Should probably keep myself healed in case he pulls something else out though. Maybe I can poison him. Nope, immune, of course. Slow him down. Missed. Don't even why I bother. Oh. My shorts, they weren't strong enough.
Vana, you shouldn't have. This creature. So this is your Vana.
A Shelia Benargan Dalmasca. Just how far will you go for power? Does your lust for Nephesite consume you? Am I right? I am, aren't I? A worthy daughter of the Dynast King. You would do well to go to Giruvegan. Who knows? You may receive a new stone for your trouble.
Your words mean nothing to me.
Why are we just letting him go? Hey there, Dr. Robotnik.
History back in the hands of man. I too make for Giruvegan. Give chase if you dare it.
What did you miss? We fought a Cid, and we had a very long, boring dungeon.
Hate it when he does that.
Perhaps you think me remiss, the Lady Ash of Dalmasca. The Sky Pirate Rethus, at your employ.
Colossal waste of time it was. We accomplished nothing.
The Imperial Senate, powerless to resist House Solidor's brutal purge, was dissolved. Vayne Solidor reigned supreme over the Empire. Though this upheaval shook the Imperial Bastion to its foundation, these developments were, to say the least, welcomed by her military. The authoritarian rule of the judges, in tandem with the impending threat of Rosarian invasion, served to foster camaraderie among its ranks. For our part, the Resistance mustered strength in the border skies, making ready for the task ahead. A war to decide the doom of Ivalice would soon be upon us.
And I know they're saying doom, words like doom, and you're like, oh, you gotta hurry and save the world, but this feels about as threatening as your dentist telling you you might have a cavity. No, that's not the end of the game. Every frame is so dense. It's the busiest movie we've ever made.
Squads Flametongue and Uganex are away. All ships reporting in.
And
Ready
good.
to begin ship-to-ship maneuvers against us.
All hands, full ahead flank.
Have you made the schnitzel?
We shall make ready to repel their attacks. Counter-air. Track them as though they were the enemy.
Counter-air, to your stations.
A dispatch from Naldoa Command, Excellency. The Sky Pirate has left Arcadian airspace.
I can't figure out if Rosaria is German or Spanish. They just seem to be both.
It is good to know the lady still lives. But what of our bid for the stone?
With the stone or without, our resistance should prove an even match.
Oh, I see that guy's French.
These weeks of training have honed our edge.
I pray 'tis sharp enough.
Or maybe Belgium, who knows.
They choose to supply the resistance, yet raise not a sword in aid. What city could do this?
A city of men without countries.
They wanted George Lucas to take notice of them, huh?
Few are they who would fain lay down their lives for a friend, let alone a king.
The Marquis. He is set on war?
Question. The pink shorts, were they your choice or someone else's? Did you lose a bet?
The Empire clear. When he helped you off the Leviathan, he spited the judge's full sword.
Any plans to do Xenoblade? Not anytime soon. I've played more than enough RPGs recently.
Expect to avoid a reckoning. The Marquis shares my distaste for war. Yet, if it comes to it, he will show no quarter.
For the time being, we will continue to train the Resistance Army. Enough power.
Can I give you a story recap up to this point? You haven't really missed much, even if you're joining today. Just, Dalmasca was taken over by Arcadia. We're trying to get it back. There are magical stones. And that's it.
Such power enough to sink the Leviathan.
All the more reason for me to support your infiltration of the capital.
I think he just wants to show off those games.
You said it
That's why he wears the
yourself.
shorts.
The Nethicite is a powerful weapon. I would have you acquire it for me.
Oh, this game world had one elderly person, the Emperor, and he died.
If there is no stone, I would have to look elsewhere for aid.
Then you would ally with Rosaria.
As I must. Failure's not an option.
It's just what Vayne wants. He lures the Rosarians and the Resistance to the field, then crushes both with the Nethicite.
Am I hyped for Sonic 2? I haven't even seen Sonic 1.
Sid has a stone. We grab it and smash it to pieces with the Sword of Kings. Vayne will be left holding nary a thing. Time is short. We follow Sid. He's heading towards Giruvegan.
Giruvegan.
It is told of in a song of my people.
Oh, the song of your people. Sing it to me.
Of the river of time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist.
What a great singing
the
voice.
Holy Land sleeps. Giruvegan. Who knows the paths, the way to its doors?
Then you seek the Yogg-Defour, deep within the jungle of Golmor. There is a corner of the Feywood where a mist storm surges and seethes.
And that's it. Let's go.
Right.
To the Feywood, huh? Wow, that was Vaughn's entire line in that cutscene. Let's go.
Precious Nethicite already?
Sid's words rang hollow to me. I will follow another course.
Ah, another lead then, is it? You're well informed.
I could well say the same to you, pirate.
Hurry it up, or we'll leave without you.
Ah, Vaughn. I've had some of my men check on this Feywood. Best ask what they found.
Okay. Thanks for the help, brothers.
Fly first, ask questions later. Your apprentice is more pirate than you.
These eyes are just textures, and also they have very, classic surgery look to them.
I would hear your heart.
Just part of the design this character designer likes.
Has spoke the truth. You may well be rewarded with more Nethicite in Giruvegan. Tell me, do you still desire the stone?
I desire its power. I want, yet I also fear. I must protect Dalmasca. I can't afford to fear anything.
Do not forget Nabudis. That is my only counsel for you.
I can't wait for the Death Star to appear, and I can just use "now you'll see the power of a fully operational battle station" line. Or for the Empire to attack the Resistance base and, all that good stuff. It's basically beat for beat Star Wars. Time to nod off. Hey, good have good fun nodding off. The Port of Balmorphy. Who are you? Ah, our guest. If you finish talking with Lord Redus, I suppose you'll be wanting to hear about the Feywood. Riken, why must we aid these people? They seek only to further their own ends, and care little for our Lord's wants, if at all. These people, I see only a boy, and it's by Lord Redus's command if you have any concerns. Is that Jekt? Not manly enough. I've got me a nose for ill intent. I'll take the measure of him. To English as well. What are you? I not bad at all. He measures up quite nicely, he does. This one means no harm to Lord Redus. Measure? You barely measure up to his waist, and that's counting the parrot. Oh, he's got a bird on his head. I thought that was actually part of it, his hat. No, that's not a VB chat. Let's not pretend. Your concerns duly noted. I, for one, plan on following Lord Redus's orders. Do as you please. Know that no good will come of this. I apologize. Pay her no mind. Now, where was I? Oh yes, south of the vast Gulmore jungle in Kurwan. And there lies... Where's my voice going? I had to do too much reading. There lies a place known as the Feywood. The mist there is far denser than most, and even should you make it through that, there is no guarantee you'll make it past what lies beyond. He speaks of the hidden trial of the Feywood, which must be passed to open the gate to the holy land of Gervugen. So back to the Feywood, huh? Guy's got... What happened to his face? Lord Redus is out. There's to be no entry to in his absence. If your business, talk to those three. Alright, let's find some stuff. Have I been here yet? I don't think I have. I need to buy new weapons and armor too. You wear your sweater halfway buttoned to show off your massive tits, do you? Hey, power to you. How does that work enough for you, by the way? I know you're telling them that to put a name here, but I wanted to comment on the massive boobs too. It's a rule of my chat, anyone mentions boobs, I get a comment on them. Hey, see you later, GMC. You love how all the messages that are auto-modded blocks you read out loud? Well, most of the auto-mod has been overly sensitive recently, and I don't agree with much of his decisions, so I've had to like read them out, since I can't just lean over and like click on the things because I'm playing a game to allow them. Udo. What do you sell? Oh, I need to sell you stuff first, actually. Well, not a lot of things. Can't sell those pinewood shops. This game has a leash shop in the game, you believe? A good place to get armor, though. Just Technic store, don't need any of that. Really wild costume choices. Name me one FF game that doesn't have wild costume choices. Okay, what do we want? I think we want a new weapon for our boy Bosch, however you pronounce his name, since he's one of my bigger physical damaging guys. So, $10,000 for a 19 plus hammer, huh? Yeah, I'll grab it. Why not? Spica. 9... what else would I rather get? Zephyr Pole, Burning Bow for her. I'd rather get... I was hoping for like staffs for my mages, but nope. Okay, we'll get a Burning Bow for the bunny girl. Mace would be good for her, but she hasn't. I need to unlock it. Well, I can do that easily. Part of the aesthetic, you say? Yes, it is. Get my license board real quick. Good mace. That's a nice boost. I'll take that and give her a shield. Let's see if we can get some armor. Ooh, no one can use it. Power vest, no one can use that. Hypno crown. That would be good on Penelo. Magic resist. Yeah, give her that. Jade Gallon? That's good on... Low on money, though. Make sure it's one we need to get. Kaiser Shield, Officer's Hat. Barrel Coat. Ooh, Gaia Hat is really good on her. I might get that instead. 29 to magic resist. Pretty nice. There we go. Good. Alright. That's all we can afford now. Your money goes quick. You would much rather have a Blitzball spin-off where you play as Jack in his Blitzball career. A full-on Blitzball game, you say, huh? You say you want that, but you're just memeing. I know you are. Am I not gonna sell my used gear? You won't get much from it. But I rarely do that in video games. It's the same store I've been to already. I mean, I'll only do that if I really need to, because it's pretty easy to get your money just by finding a bunch of monsters. I should go to the bar real quick, see what's down there. Me and Don't Open Trash Inside are talking about a Jack-centered game, whether or not it should be a straight-up prequel or spin-off. It would have to be a prequel because Jack dies in that game, you know. What are these little girls doing running a bar? Must be Irish. What's your pleasure, Governor? I don't even know. There's gotta be a law against it, though, right? I know there's no real reason to bin stuff, but like I said, you don't really get much money from any of it, and since you only have one of each, you're like maybe 1,000 gil best if I sold most of it. So I just kind of keep it, because plus, sometimes it takes a while to get all the equipment you want for people, since sometimes old equipment is good on one of the other characters. I wish I wouldn't have spent my money now, because there's a magic shop over here. That's for his shop. The good one, too. He's got some stuff against some other really, really nasty elements. Here's his magic power range. I'm gonna have to come back here and buy some of those. Don't need any gambits. I'm good on those. Okay, good. She didn't really sell anything I didn't already have. Or, wait, I have Blizzaga? I just don't have the money for them. I've got Fyraga and Thundaga. I don't think I have Blizzaga yet. They're entrepreneurs. Oh, they said they were just watching over the mother, but still. Feels illegal to me. Unless they're just serving... Unless it's one of those Legend of Zelda bars where they just serve milk. That's a clever touch, Nintendo. Welcome to the milk bar. Would you go to a milk bar, chat? If one of your buddies just said, hey, what about tonight we hit up the milk bar? And I'm not talking about the milk bars from, Clockwork Orange. Like serving regular milk. Historically, people didn't care. Yeah, I know historically people didn't care about children working in coal mines and everything else. But this seems like a, civilized place. The way out of town. I wanted to check out that other way first. Yeah, vodka milk bar? No, you don't want to go mixing alcohol with your drinks. I mean, with your milk. I think it will probably just destroy the milk instantly. It curdles it, doesn't it? There's a chest near which merchant? I'm walking past many merchants. Near the crystal. Okay, I'll be going back that way, so it's alright. I'm just going back here to go. There's a way I didn't check out. You can only assume we go in our pajamas and we get to read bedtime. You know, this is actually starting to sound like a pretty good idea for a business. You'd probably have to open it in Japan, though. They have a lot of those weird kind of like theme places. The bedtime milk bar. Have like a big sister Oni-chan. You'll read you a bedtime story as you sip warm milk of many different flavors. We joke, but this would probably work. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna catch anything there, man. That's a ditch. Or an aqueduct, whatever it is. Probably no fish in it. Horizon Watcher as he looks at a blank wall. What is this? Once made the mistake of putting rum in a glass first, then it's some milk left over, and it didn't go too well. Yeah, it probably just like rancid, wasn't it? I guess it's like some kind of optional thing later on. I don't know. It's like one of your Japanese anime. Thing can be said of all video games, though. What do you think Otacon's favorite anime is, chat? Did he ever give like a detail? It's gonna be something, you know, regarding giant robots. That's the only hit we got. So I'm thinking, given the time frame that game came out, it would be Gundam. So I'm guessing there were probably a couple other giant robot anime at the time. Sailor Moon. Were there big giant robots in Sailor Moon? I don't think there were. It had to be something that inspired him to make a Metal Gear. Eva? Well, Eva could have been it. I like to think he was inspired by that Gundam that has like the fighting tournament where that guy goes shining finger a lot. That one probably really inspired him. Macross, yeah, that one. Anything early to mid 90s, I guess, and also late 80s. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Yu Yu Hakusho. Not exactly anime, but I mean, well, not exactly a big robot anime. It's a spirit detective. Much money. Not bad. Who are you? If you're going to the Sarobi Steppe, heed the weather. On days when it rains, the elements come out to play, and take my word for it, there's little to be fun to be had in their games. Of course, you'll want to be prepared. Care to buy anything? He sells the same stuff. Let's see where I'm at when I go through here first. Queh? We might get a Queh ride a Chocobo soon, depending on where we're at. Where's this gonna lead me? Oh cool, we're in Colorado. I think I can't, if I ride a Chocobo, I can't fight monsters and level up. Unfortunately. Can't use it just yet. We'll play a little bit more. Whoop. Whoa, shit, Berserk and Confused, you say? And Bosch is killing himself now. Well, I can't control these goons now. Welcome to the farm park, is that what it's known for? Alright, can you take care of this berserk status on these two? Oh, that needs an item, I take it. You know what, you two can just go ham and, you know, attack anything we come across. How about that? Probably activate Libra, though, in case there's any more traps. Oh, it's these things again. Yeah. Go get it, boys. Murder. Oh, they can't really hit that very well, can they? How long does Berserk last on someone? That long, apparently. Yeah, it can't be. It can be dispelled. I tried it. Oh, you use dispel rather than Suna, you mean? It wasn't dispel, Vaughn. You're right. That does work. These are not the team to be fighting, you know, flying enemies. Better get that dispel gambit. Yeah, I might have to do that, but we'll wait. It was just because I walked across a trap. As long as I can see them, I'm fine. See you later, gamer. No, I'll be done as soon as I reach the next save point, I think. I don't think I want to deal with that thing, though. How many more streams do you think it'll take to finish this game, chat? Oh shit. Petrify. Take your bets. I'm thinking 3. Oh, looks like that thing has come for us anyways. Never mind. Good. Yeah, 3 is my guess. Oh, that finally came up. Final Fantasy XII will never end. This ain't 13. 13 was the one that never felt like it was going to end for me. Lazara seems to work. Thank you, chat. You're all good children who have good manners. Just a big hill, that's all it is, isn't it? With a bunch of dragons flying around on it. God damn it. I had to switch to, well, some of the other team members who can fight something that's flying if it's going to be the case. I think I'm like out of things to say tonight on this game. We're just fighting dragons at a field now. Chat, amuse me. It's your turn to amuse the streamer. You thought we streamers were just endless fonts of comedy. Now you see that, you know, that's not the case. Horse walks into a bar and the bartender asks why the long face. A classic. Many laughs will be had tomorrow on it. It's one of those delayed humor jokes. Dex, stop. I know I'm not fighting the boss now, but I still can't pay you. He's aggressive for the pets tonight. Stop! He's right for that soft spot on the bottom of the arm. So I've been thinking about moving the Dex emote over the Franker face along with the Ding emote, so I can make room for a few new emotes on the main set. What do you think, chat? So when there be a save point, not the Dex. No, Dex would still be usable. It would be on the Franker face set. What did the pot say to the boiling water? You will be... So this is what you give me when I ask for comedy. Just knock, old jokes you got off a website somewhere for probably jokes.com. You can see why you're all not streamers. But if people really like the Dex emote, I mean, you really only get to use it whenever I say, "Hey Dex, stop scratching my arm." So I just figured maybe it'd be best to use that on Franker face for the people who really want to use it. Give me a safe point somewhere, please. Maybe over here. I see movement. It's gonna be like a town or something, right? I ain't finding that thing, no. Not right now. It's like a behemoth. Actually, they just flee. Do it quicker. Oh, look at that streamer energy that I got no tea to drink for. Wrong, you can use it whenever you want. Yeah, but without a purpose, it is not truly used. Apparently these things sleep all day. A huge place. Just poke with stick, huh? But if people really like the Dex emote, it'll stay. Maybe it'll just get an upgrade then. That is not what I was looking for. Big ass castle over there, though. How long is this game? I don't know. I barely recall my time playing this game when I was, back when it came out. I know we're closer to the end than we are the beginning. We're going to the next big place, and then after that, I think it's the end of the game. I think. But we're just trying to reach a save point now, and I'll do my grinding off stream tomorrow. I'm just gonna flee from combat now. Definitely I do go through this place killing everything to just get a few extra levels. Oh, shit, everything's about to be petrified. I gotta stop for a second. What are you doing back there, Ash? Stop. I think after it's the lighthouse, then you make your way to the crystal lab. Because I stopped as soon as I got to the lighthouse when I originally played this game. So I don't know what comes after that. Oh, the chat finally slowed down enough for Go Tetsu to, you know, post the ass. Good on him. Happy for you, man. You deserve it. No one is more deserving of an ass than you. Finally, a save point. What the hell? Okay, that's gotta be important, right? That has to... There's no way they just put that there and it's not important. You don't put an island with a stone circle around it and not have it mean something. It's not important? Oh, well, okay, it just meant to be pretty then. Or maybe it was something cut from the game, who knows? So yeah, this is another gigantic open field area. So got some more. I got some exploring to do. But that's where we're gonna stop for tonight. I think that seems like a good stopping point. We're all tired. We're all exhausted from long dungeons, and there's probably a couple more long dungeons ahead of us. Chad, you've been great tonight. I thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for being so chill, and thank you for any bits or subs as well. And also thank you to my wonderful mod team. And thank you for the bunny ass, too. Yes, even that. So, I'll be back streaming again tomorrow. If you guys care to show up and say hi, I'll be glad to have you. But for now, I wish you all a great night, or a great morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. Try to stay safe out there, especially if you're in America. You know what's going on. Just be chill, stay indoors if you can, or at least from crowds. No reason to be out there. I wish it wasn't so dark when I had to sign off, but that's just the nature of 2020. Alright everyone, you all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.